Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Ladder Season 12 America. And it is the start of Phase 2. And this is a bit of a surprise to me. I'm not sure if it's a surprise to anyone else out there. It just kind of crept up on me, and, well, I hopped right into the casting chair. And we're going to go ahead and just not delay any further so we can get this game underway. I'm going to go ahead and take this moment to shake off the rust here and get these overlays and everything all fancy schmancy up underway. These teams are there. We're going to bring up, come on, Star Ladder, let's get the production on the road. Come on, I'm feeling it right here. Give it to me. There we go, Star Ladder TV. All right, so Wheel Wreck While Whistling, going to be taking on Team Tinker. And the last time I had the opportunity to cast Team Tinker wasn't quite the same team. It definitely wasn't the good olden days of Bulba, Sing Sing, and etc. Actually, that's not really the olden days. What is that, like a couple of months ago? But this new squad here, now consisting of KotLGuy, formerly from Cloud9, of course, KotLGuy, who was on Tinker for a long while, Pink Panda, who's also known as Way Too or Way Too Sexy. You know, you may know him from like Team Liquid, and he's been around the NA Dota block for quite a while. Black, formerly of Vici Gaming, Mouse Sports. This guy's been around the globe for Dota. And Bulba. And the last time I casted them, Ush was temporarily standing in for them. And MSS, I believe, did a stand-in period for them as well. So this team has had quite the shuffling roster. And even with that in mind, still coming to this match pretty heavy favorites. I'm talking 80 to 20 favorites right now. So pretty good stuff. Is it a value bet to maybe consider going for Team Wheel? You never know. This is a ragtag group of NA players, and they have a commitment to playing with each other for quite a while, which they've been a team working together, and this is considered a long period of time. I mean, as of recent, it feels like teams change as quick as your underwear. So, what for Wheel right now, we got Derp, we got the IX Mike, Relic, Fanasoyan, also known as Goody, and Sleesel. So more or less the same group. I think, I can't remember who was in the place of Mike, because while Wheel was still a team, Mike had been, of course, a part of Team Fire and Sneaky Nick's Assassins and stuff like that. So it's interesting to see him pop up here. He always seems to find a way, and he was at the last season of Star Ladder with Team Fire. They ultimately didn't find a whole lot of success there, but they put on a strong showing, and they did take some wins. It wasn't like they got completely shut out or anything like that. But enough about the background and up to this point, and I'm sure everyone just got... I'm sure a lot of people out there are probably still adjusting their sleep schedule because we all got to enjoy some sweet major all-stars, where congratulations and spoiler alert, IG took home the win, so they looked actually really, really good, battling it out there with Empire in the end. So, but this is Star Ladder. We got to find out which America team is going to be making it into phase number 2, and let's see if the production helps me out here, if we can get an idea of what the bracket is all about. Oh, beautiful stuff. So as you can see right there, it's a 4-team double elimination bracket, and this is just the start of it, with Void Boys taking on... Void Boys taking on Complexity. That's going to be coming up next. But for now, Wheel taking on Team Tinker. Let's talk about the draft. It's just going to be me here for Beyond the Summit. KotLGuy going to be going at my own solo. Like I said, this kind of crept on me, so I kind of jumped at the chance because it looked like there might have been no English casters. So I wanted to make sure we could bring the NA Dota to the public here. So Wheel, they open up. They got Vengeful Spirit, Troll Warlord, and Clockwork. And for Team Tinker, they got Batrider, Lion, Omni Knight, and Storm Spirit. And every time I think of the NA Dota scene, and for a while there, something that they were doing that a lot of the other regions were not, kind of like what we're seeing with Silencer now in the Eastern scene, is they always loved picking up Omni Knight against each other. And Team Wheel were almost first pick, first banning it for quite a while. And then it seemed to fall off a bit. You got these new heroes popping in like Phantom Lancer, who were probably one of the best diffusal carriers in the game. And he would just have a field day with someone like Omni Knight. So I don't know if that's really the whole reason or not, but he seemed to have been in the mix and then kind of fell out. And, well, look, he's back here again. And this time it's for Team Tinker. And as it says right now, KotLGuy is doing the drafting, or at least is the captain for Team Tinker. Of course, we don't know if that's like a team a team effort where they all get in. But for right now, at least it seems that KotLGuy is taking the reins as the drafting position. But look at this, Nyx is going to get picked up here from Team Wheel. And it looks like it's going to be a support Nyx, unless this is a mid Nyx, because they already have Mike's Clockwork, which I'd wager, even though Mike seems to be the newer face for Team Wheel, he plays a beastly Clockwork. You can go look right now at Dat Dota. Do yourself a favor. Go over to Dat Dota, you punch in IX Mike in there, and you will see about an 80% win rate for his Clockwork play. Now, given you can judge the pool of him having to play it in, mostly the American scene and stuff, but the guy's definitely got experience. He has international experience, and he's been at the lands. He knows the pressure and the nerves. People give him a lot of discredit, or they give him a hard time, but sometimes he can pull out the big plays. We even saw it at Star Ladder last season. He pulled out his Bat Rider and quickly became first ban worthy. And now it's just kind of a standard to get Bat first or second. But so it's going to be the Clockwork going against Tinker. Tinker had already banned out the Sniper. They don't have to worry about that. But the Nyx Assassin seems a bit out there, and listen, maybe anticipating a possible Medusa pick here, because they do need a strong late game. They don't have a whole lot of anything right now. I mean, Lion and Storm can get a bit aggressive to the mid game with a Bat Rider to create some space, and I think it's fair for Will to kind of anticipate something like a Medusa. Black also plays a strong Morphling. He played a strong Slark. Wheel already banned that one out, and they even gave the respect ban to the AM as well. But like I said, there's Morphling, and there's plenty of other options. Hell, he could even go for the PL himself if he'd like right here. Just something to kind of bring it home in the late game that these, this backup squad can kind of keep the space for.
10 seconds remaining.
While on the side of Wheel, they already have a Troll, but they might need to consider a diffusal holder. Oh, God, this might be a mix of both. So they do go with the PL here, and this could have also been denying the pick from Wheel, because it could have been a great pick for Wheel. Could have been a great pick for Wheel. They would have had a great diffusal holder and a roundabout late game potential, but now Wheel are in a bit of a jam here because they already took out some good bans themselves, so they need to find a way to deal with this. And a possible cleaving hero, a way to kind of eliminate the illusions. I know they don't last very long. I know they don't do a lot of damage, but they can really be a nuisance, and you need a way to kind of rid of that. I don't know if it's worth to grab something like a Magnus for the mid lane just to get a hold of the Empower, but yeah, Magnus might not work too well. The synergy with him and a Clockwork seems a bit iffy to me, so I don't know. So a way to deal with this Phantom Lancer. Plus, do they really have a silence? They have a fair amount of stuns. Could always use more between Vengeful and Nyx Assassins. But the Storm, I don't know what's going to stop the Storm and I believe it's going to be a Quakefa Storm. And he likes to play aggressive with a lot of these kind of heroes. So, it's going to be tricky, guys. It's going to be really tricky. But they're taking their time with this. This is a best of 3, and it's only like all you got to do is win 2 series, and you're at the LAN. And for America, it's only 1 spot, so it's between these 4 teams to kind of duke it on out and see who's going to make their way. Plus, a good performance here and a good performance at Star Ladder kind of opens up more doors and more opportunities for possible future events. You saw that Red Bull announced their event not too long ago, which the Americans could be, I don't want to say is finalized or not, because, some of the teams they have up there don't really exist, or their rosters are dramatically different, or maybe they disbanded, so they might need to fill in some of those spots with new teams. And if these teams perform well and look good, and Team Wheel have been a team for quite a while and have always been around and have had mediocre results, and that kind of looks better than maybe a team that just came together last minute, and even if they're big names. But Team Tinker also looking to do a bit of the same. It looks like our last pick is going to be the Zeus, and that's a mid lane Zeus, the Relic Zeus. Fun fact about Relic, and maybe some of you newer folk don't know this, but Relic is also known as the RTZ Slayer. It's a story brought up many a time, but they did have a 1v1 in the NEL, and it came down to Relic versus Artur Babevsky. And because of a certain null tally, it was Relic who came out on top. So he is the greatest mid laner on earth, I guess you could say. No, but he's very good, and he definitely has made a name for himself ever since then, and he's always been a strong player, and he's always been on these kind of rank B, rank C kind of a teams, and, you know, just maybe hoping they can make it to that next level. And for some of these teams, they do get that opportunity. You know, EHUG were supposed to be going to the major All-Stars event, and then unfortunately stuff just happens, and somehow things always fizzle out. But we're hoping that for the growth of the NA Dota scene, that they can make it to that next level, they can get to that level, and they can have a strong showing. So here we go, folks. It's going to be our first game of today here for Star Ladder Season 12. We're in America, Phase number 2, the 4-team double elimination bracket. It's going to be Team Tinker taking on Wheel. And this is indeed game number 1. We'll lead out introductions here for your Radiant side. Team Tinker, we got KotLGuy, the man with one of the most complicated names that strikes fear into many casters on trying to pronounce it for the first time. I remember when I read his name, I thought it was KotLGuy. How the fuck am I going to say that? No, it's KotLGuy. KotLGuy is again playing your support, tried and true. Now going to be representing the Omni Knight along the bottom. It's black. He's playing your Phantom Lancer. Pink Panda, also known as Way 2, is going to be playing your Lion. And along the top, it's Bulba. He's not Flow anymore, and he's going to be playing your Bat Rider back to the off lane. But look at this. Stun flies out to KotLGuy. Does he got the purification? He can't get it off in time, and they burst him down. First blood, and it's Team Wheel striking first. And for all the people to get it, the mid lane Zeus gets that first blood bounty. Ooh, what a strong start. You can see, did he get the rune as well? Because he is so close already to level 2. 2 shared tangos. He's rushing the bottle. Forget that. He's got the bottle and a clarity and an additional, what, 300 pence on top of it. Unbelievable start, but we won't go too much into it. But KotLGuy could have his hands full early on against this heavy burst kind of a hero who already has his bottle. Let's talk about Team Wheel here. Dire side, Derp on your Vengeful Spirit. They're making it go into Bulba. Stun is there. Sleesel right behind on his troll, but KotLGuy has made his return, and he's got Purification. They probably were not anticipating the Omni Knight to come back to the lane, and maybe were thinking that the Bat Rider would be at solo, and they could die for that one, but KotLGuy is here, and it looks like he's going to be helping secure Bulba on his farm in the offlane for his Bat Rider. But it's Wheel we're talking about. Derp, Vengeful Spirit, Sleesel on the Troll, Fanasoyan, also known as Goody, is going to be playing your Nyx Assassin. Bottom, Black is going to be going toe-to-toe with IX Mike and his Clockwork. So, as you can see, he already has the creep wave right next to that tower. So he's in really good XP range, and all the CS he gets is even the better. Has yet to get one. There he gets it, but you know, normally Clockworks are one of those few offlaners who get zoned out pretty hard, but they always can find a way to creep on in. Right now you can see that Way 2's currently working with the pull Equilibrium. Former IX Mike teammate, I guess, for a while. Trying to take away that sweet farm and XP. And also with Pole's top lane, you can see they're looking to take it away from Bulba, but he's there, and as long as KotLGuy's by his side, he can do stuff like this, get a bit aggressive, and sure when KotLGuy hits level 2, which he has, he'll put a point in the repel, and he has. So we're all good there. 2-minute rune pops up, but you can see Derp, get the hell out of here. No, I'm going to still zone you. I'm going to bully you back quite a bit, but even these supports on the side of Wheel can't get too aggressive, because then next thing you know, you got a couple of stickies on you, and you're being roasted and toasted. But let's check out mid lane. Because of that first blood advantage, look at Relic. He is 13-1, but KotLGuy not too far behind. 10-1. Does have his bottle now, and he will do a bit of the same that Zeus was doing previously, just going to bottle charge up quite a bit. So now, look at this. Way 2 makes himself back into the lane. Hey, how's it going? Throws out the stun, catches Mike, but Mike's got a stout shield. He eats the nukes from both, and he still has over half life to deal with, so not too shaky about that. He's got 4 CS now. Just strikes level 3 at about 3 minutes in. You know, relatively on par. And here, look at this. Bulba able to kind of pull the creep wave all the way back towards the tower. This is free XP and possible gold for both of them. He's trying to get Pi to tank up the creep wave so he can get the last hits, but they're actually, what they're doing is they're dancing with the wave here to get their own wave to hopefully get closer to the tower. So, working and manipulating that creep-equilibrium. Hold on a second here. I'm going to remove this dizzy cam thing. This easy mode cam. There we go. There we go. It's kind of making me nauseous here with it bopping all over the place, so interesting stuff. Aside from that first blood, not a lot of blood drawn. No team looking too aggressive, a bit uncharacteristic at least. You could tell these teams who usually like to play a little bit more bloodthirsty are taking this one a bit more serious. I mean, you're after this point just one step away of making that big trip overseas to the land, so it's very understandable. Black, just look for him to kind of be down here for quite a while. I know the new PL, since his big change, is much more of a fighter than a split pusher, but you still need to get to that point. And he's got a lot of gold saved up. I wonder if he's going... I was going to say I wonder if he's going right forward the Midas, but it looks like he's got to get the Aquila along the way. And it looks like he possibly could be grabbing a Tranquils. He's got a Ring of Regen there. That's very interesting. You know, you got your Aquila, you can go your basic foundation into the drums, and hold on a second here, Mike. Oh, wow, nicely timed out. They get the stun, and they get the kill there. It's Way2 who grabs it. A very convenient DD rune that he grabbed from that 4-minute mark. Comes into lane, lets Mike know that he is ready to rumble, and, well, they get the knockout. So, now Team Tinker get their own kill here, 1-1. Get the slow onto Bulba. They consider the dive after the mana nuke there, but looks like they will not commit for it. KotLGuy still with plenty of mana. Now level 3 has 2 levels into purification, so that's the tricky thing. You're going against someone who has an Omni Knight by their side. You think they're alone, you make the dive. They got like one more auto attack till death, and then all of a sudden a purification comes out of nowhere and slams you in the face, and you hate it because it's pure damage as well. And the next thing you know, they're turning the fight right around. But for now, KotLGuy's going to get a bit of time to solo farm. And, ooh, nice quick repel. Dodges out the magic missile. But they're thinking about further commitments, knowing that Bulba's gone. They're going to simply walk and right-click him down. And they got the slow, and that is all Sleesel. What nice movement right there. Uh-oh, Bulba comes in. Starts dancing with him a bit. He's going to get as much stacks off as possible. Look at this. Okay, Goody, can you juke him out? I don't think so, buddy. Yeah, he's going to fly right over you and just slow and painful death for you. Got ya! Goody goes down. Bulba gets some redemption there for KotLGuy, and your 6-minute rune looks like it's about to pump up. You can see KotLGuy is camping it there at the top as Relic makes his way towards the bottom one. So 2-2. But, yeah, back on Black here. If it is going to be indeed the Tranquils, you know, it's not crazy surprising. I feel like most like to go for power treads because you want more attack speed, more procs of your illusions, you know. But I have seen Tranquils on the Ice in his offlane PL recently. Maybe he's, you know, former teammates. Maybe they were kind of talking about PL for a while. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how it goes from there. Diffusal definitely a core item on him. That's when you can really turn it up as far as the fighting goes. So we'll see how long he plants himself in the lane, builds up towards that. Maybe looking to take down the tier 1 eventually, and then from there move into the jungle and kind of, you know, get to his critical mass at that point. But let's see here. 6 is coming online here. KotLGuy's got his Relic. He's about to be 7. So we could see these mid laners look to make calls or make movements to try to add some pressure here on their side lanes. Speaking of which, you can see Wheel trying to add some pressure of their own. They're scouting out the bottom and below the tier 1 tower here in this top lane, but no one is nearby. It looks like they've moved on to better things. Bulba, he is currently heading towards the jungle. Have we made stacks for him? Yes, we have. Props to Way2, building up those stacks. But while he does that, look who came back to lane. It's KotLGuy. But he might be in for some trouble here. He throws on the repel. It's not going to last too long because it's only level 2. But hey, here comes Derp from behind. Just wait for that repel to wear off, buddy. Boom. Magic missile. Wave. Tomahawks come flying out, and KotLGuy, he goes down. They were just waiting for that one. Knew it was going to be happening eventually, and then they got it. So props to Wheel for that. KotLGuy's going to eat a little bit of nuke damage here. This is where Zeus can get a bit scary. He's got his ultimate ready to go. They're going to dish out the heavy burst, but there's the jump on forward onto Relic. KotLGuy, with the help of Way2, with the stun, gets it done. Relic goes down. A rotation comes towards mid, but it's too late. Your Nyx Assassin only going to see the bloody mess that's left of his mid laner. And he'll instead opt to go grab the bounty rune. So back and forth we go, 3-3 now. You see Bulba going to be working with the side camps. He's blitzing forward, trying to get that blink dagger. He's at 15, now 16-30. Getting very, very close on good timing. So the good thing they got going for Tinker, now with that mid lane kill, Black has definitely been doing what he wants in the bottom. Koikva finds his way back with that kill, and Bulba's going to be getting his Blink Dagger relatively soon, so they could be looking to strike a kill there. But the props to Wheel is they were able to bring down that tier 1 in the top lane, and Sleesel just continues to find his farm here. He's got Phase Boots, Aquila, Morbid Mask. He's actually almost in Roche shape, which they could certainly do in a respectable time. They have Vengeful Spirit. She could be going Medallion. Not yet, but it's a Vengeful Spirit. She's got Wave. She's got 2 levels into it already, and look at this. She's doing double stackage. One thing that makes Vengeful Spirit so freaking good as a support is with the benefit of that Wave, you can easily double stack camps. And here comes Relic to kind of claim his little bit of a prize. Switch over the net worth here for the per person. You can see it's Sleesel at the top with Black and Koikva right behind him. And it looks like they're going to give Fanasoyan some time to get some XP. He's side by side with Mike right now, who is already level 6, so not sure if he's going to be looking for a hook shot here. It's kind of hard to grab a hold of this PL. I mean, with that Doppelganger ability, I don't think Cogs and even Battery Assault is going to be enough to lock this PL in place. I've never seen the interaction a whole lot between Battery Assault getting a hold of PL and if he'll be able to get the Doppelganger off. It seems to be a very fast cast, animation rather, so I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's not like one of those things where you're trying to get off a spell and you're doing the Dance of Death because you're stuck in a Battery Assault. Maybe we'll find out this game, but they deward the bottom. They're trying to put Black safety zone in the dark a little bit so he doesn't feel as comfortable, and maybe they can get some ganks going his way. But the rest of the Wheel squad, after doing that deward, they head towards the top. They really need to get this Nyx Assassin at level 6 soon so that he could kind of apply the pressure across the map and be more of a threat. I mean, they're seeing Fanasoyan only level 5, and they're like, okay, well, we don't have to worry about a Vendetta. You know, we don't have to play as cautious. We don't have to, you know, double-check our wards and make sure we have sentries on hand. And Pailai, who was that struggling support, got taken down twice. He's already level 6, so you can see the difference right there. He's got his Guardian Angel ready to go, and now he's very happy. And it looks like he's saving up some gold. I don't know if he's going to be going right for Arcanes at this point or if he's going to do like Tranquil Soul Ring. I like that because, you know, you get the move speed. It's not like Omni Knight's the fastest person ever, especially if you're not going to be going any value into Degen Aura. You have to make sure you're going to be there when the fight breaks out because you have to be very close and they're going to make the jump. A Heal Bomb here would definitely help, but they want to make sure Koikva gets the kill, so he just puts off the Repel and he should be able to get it with ease, and he will. So good grab right there, and your Nyx Assassin continues to struggle trying to get that level 6, but Team Tinker not looking to, you know, let off any sort of pressure. He is smoked up, and it pops. They know Troll's right there now. He's going to fly over and just blink and see where he is. They catch him, put him onto the high ground, and now we got the Cliff Warlord. That's a classic. Boom! Right in the face from Way 2. A facial with the Finger of Death. Team Tinker grab another sweet kill right there, and it's now 5-3. Koikva adding pressure on the top tier 1. Black still farming on the bottom. He actually got the Yasha. So, I guess he's got plenty of farm. Gets the extra damage and attack speed. And Mike, to this point, has also been pretty quiet. He has spent just as much time on the bottom lane. He's level 8, and it looks like he's going to go right for a 4-staff. At least he's got the Staff of Wizardry. He went straight staff, didn't get any sort of extra boots or anything, and has yet to really go anywhere else and take advantage of a hook shot. Maybe feeling like we can't leave this PL alone. When he's not in lane, he's in the jungle. Relic spots him out. Bang, boom, drops down the Thunder. He pops his haste, and he's going to try to find where he goes. He doppelgangers all the way to the south. Now he gets spotted out and gets blasted.
Thunderous applause.
Relic commits everything in his spell tool belt to take down that PL, but it was certainly necessary. But look at this. Team Wheel at that moment also. Behind the back play here. They move into the Roche, and this is really all you need. Troll's got his Helm of the Dominator. Derp has got the Wave. And that is more than enough to get Roche done. And they do it. Aegis going to be picked up from your Troll, and Team Tinker really did not have any the wiser. I mean, your Batrider is one of the best at contending the Roche. He was nowhere near, and, you know, Wheel get themselves a little bit of a team morale boost right there. But your net worth advantage still belongs to Team Tinker at about 2K. Nothing too crazy. 5-4. Looks like pressure could be coming on this bottom lane from Team Wheel as they have 3 surrounding the area. Here's Mike. He is in his hook shot position here. Black just came back from being brought down by Relic. If he goes down again, that would be really nice for Wheel. They certainly do need to make sure they can take him down a peg. And they even put down this nice little aggressive ward right here. This is a very fresh ward. Derp's nearby. More wards. Relic. Wow, he went Midas on his Sven. He's looking to, looks like, take advantage ever since that first blood and accelerate his farm dramatically, maybe getting a hold of the Ags and Refresher and that whole deal very, very quickly. Zeus, he was the last pick for Wheel and definitely one of the best options you can ask for to go against these heavy illusion-based heroes like your PL. A lot of teams were picking up Zeus when Terrorblade was pretty much the end-all of all carries and cores. We haven't seen Terrorblade much anymore. Same goes for like Naga and all that stuff. But we have a pause. We don't have a reason. Just a disconnect, it looks like, from our buddy Relic here. And we're going to have to see if he comes back. And, well, as I finished saying that, he actually does make his return. So it looks like we should hopefully get back underway. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Sunday to all. The day of Jesus. Or if you went to church or whatever the hell you're doing out there, welcome to the Church of Dota. And I'm your pastor, KotLGuy. And we're bringing some sweet NA coverage here. And there's a reconnect also from Goody. And I hope these boys had made sure that their internet connections are nice and secured, because we are not going to be tolerating long pauses. And I think according to the Star Ladder rulebook, you get your 10-minute period. Or if we're going to keep with that theme, the Star Ladder Bible. Anyways, here we go. Now aggression on bottom. Derp looking to scout it out. Drops down the sentry right next to that camp. I believe that will block that small camp there. But they're not. They see he's nearby. Sleesel moves in, says, those are my mud golems. Takes it away. Black returns back to lane. Mike sees him. He's going to go for the hook. Go for it, Mike. Scouts it out with the rocket. The hook's going to whiff. Oh, right behind. Not happening there, buddy. And instead, they will chop the wave and maybe look to make a flank happen here from behind the tower. Now, Pilot is here, and he does have Guardian Angel. Plus, I would imagine TPs. We got one here on Bulba. And no, the line does not have any. He's trying to get a blink, which he actually has in a moment's notice, but Wheeler going for the tower. They're chopping it on down. They scout out. There's the ult. Oh! They bring down Pilot. There's going to be no Guardian Angel whatsoever. Now Black stuck in a corner. They surround him and pound him. Sleesel gets the double kill. Big pick up there for Team Wheel, and he gets the tier 1. This troll just got a huge boost in the economy. Big things for Team Tinker. Way 2 got to get his Blink Dagger. He rushed this Blink Dagger. Boots blink. That's serious. And all the meanwhile as well, KotLGuy not involved with any of that. He's going straight for the Orchid. Why did I have to say it like that? Orchid. He went straight for the Orchid. And he's got the Oblivion Staff already. All the Storm Spirits I've been seeing recently in the... Oh, hold that thought, though. Way 2. Wow, another kill for Sleesel. This guy happens to... He's just bringing in the heads one by one. But look at this. Battle of the offlaners. Bulba trying to get a hold of Mike, but Mike flies to the low ground on his buddy Sleesel. He gets away. But, big stuff. But what I was saying about the Storm Spirit on the Eastern scene, they just typically go for the Soul Ring first, and then they will go for the Orchid, or they will go right for the Bloodstone. But for KotLGuy, no Soul Ring necesito. I got a bottle here, and the Orchid, I'm looking to make a strong debut. So I get my buddy Pilot to pass me some of that dank. We smoke it on up, and now we're heading towards the bottom. Here we go, baby. Fortunately, there is no one nearby. Wheel. Are they smoking themselves? Nope, they don't have any of that sweet purple dank. So they're just gathered towards the mid. Look like Team Tinker wanted to scout out possibly the nearby Roche pit. And they're not going to find anything. Both teams have wards on this side, so they can see the movement down there. Looks like this is the Team Tinker view. They see most of them are mid mid area, so they want to add pressure on bottom. And this is the view here from Team Wheel. They see Team Tinker is usually near the jungle and bottom, so they are making a swarm, and they now smoke up, and they're heading that way. Here we go. They're going to be coming in from the side. They're going to be doing this without Bat Rider, so the advantage could be in the side of Wheel, unless this Guardian Angel's a big turnaround. He needs to get it off quick if he wants it to get off, and he can't. He goes down again. Good focus to take out the Omni Knight, but Quick was there with his Orchid. Dancing around, gets a kill, killing spree for Orchid as he drops down both Relic and so does the Vengeful Spirit. But they're going for Black. On the back lines, they get him. It's the tower gets the last hit, but he does go down. Ends up being a 2-for-2, but they lose Omni Knight and Black at only at the expense of Zeus and Vengeful Spirit, so... Even though the gold exchange says it's in the favor of Team Tinker, that might be because of the big boost Wheel got from that big fight on the bottom. But I think taking down Black was definitely for the better. But yeah, you gotta remember, Team Tinker did that without their Bat Rider as well. Who does have Blink. He's trying to finish out his Bat Tool Belt by getting the Force Staff as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
7-9 advantage for Wheel, but it doesn't feel like their game yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, Troll is an amazing being who can seem to bring down the heaviest opponents. And I hate the guy. I see him in all of my pubs, every single one of them. There's a frickin' Troll. My team, their team, and yes, you could play AR or random draft or whatever you want to do, or captain's mode to avoid it, but... Come on, sometimes you just want to play AP and play what you want, but then that means they get to play what they want, and that means there's going to be a troll. Because people need their wins, apparently. They need those MMRs. But what is he going? He's going to go... This is just kind of the cookie-cutter pub stompy build. Helm of the Dominator, S&Y, Scotty. What are you going to do about it? Not much variance on top of that. It's just more or less at this point, you know, maybe you can consider a Blink Dagger if you're going against... you know, a target that can be hard to get a hold of, like a sniper, or if you need the extra mobility to be elusive. But now smoked up. Team Wheel. Wheel's weck while whistling. Heading through the woods. Mike leading the charge here. On his clockwork. Relic now? No, I'll take the charge. Bulba's nearby. They ping it out. Are they going to get him here? Creeping. Black. Might be in trouble. Oh! So close, they move in. Oh, he's out of there. Doppelwalk to avoid the tomahawks. Also, the hook shot not going to fly. No, it does. Maybe going for Bulba at the same moment, but they instead accept way two. So it's a bit of a slippery slope right there. They go for one, then go to the other, and then they finally end up with just a lion. But I guess the smoke gank ends up grabbing him a kill and enough of an advantage, so they will press onto the mid lane here and on this tier 2. So while they do that, Team Tinker had pressure themselves here on the top lane for their own tier 2. But this is a troll with a wolf buddy, and that wolf allows him to hit pretty damn hard. So he starts chopping away, no problem. Glyph had already been used. They will secure this tier 2. Are they going to quickly head back to top lane, defend it? That tier 2 very low. They won't glyph it. They'll allow it to go down. Quickfoot gets that last hit. And look at this. He's going right for a sheep stick. Already knows this troll could be a problem. And troll is not gone to BKB. And he's not going to BKB unless he stops after this ultimate orb. He's in trouble himself, though. The Yules puts him up and sets him for an easy hook shot. And after the bounce from the cogs, he is too disoriented and gets annihilated right there from Relic. So good pick there onto Koikva. Wheel looking pretty good here. 11-7. Against the 80% heavy favorites here in Team Tinker. Oh, look at this. Goody and Black. Cross paths, Vendetta. Oof. Oof. Bit of a sidestep there. Not going to catch the spike, and now he's in trouble. Uh-oh, Goody. That is not what you want. Oh, wow. He stuns the hell out of everyone, and he goes down. And you know what? That right there is probably the reason for the Nyx Assassin, and I've called that out before, and I guess I didn't even notice in the draft, but Nyx Assassin is a very good counter to Bat Rider, just because of something like that. You pop the Carapace walking over the Firefly, and it's an easy stun, so... Not enough to help him there whatsoever. I don't even know if he would have gotten the solo pick onto Black with that help of the Doppelganger. It's easy to get away, and you better hope you just have enough to burst down someone like that PL before he can even do that. But if you're a support, Nyx Assassin, most likely you're not going to have enough. So maybe a lesson learned there for your Fanasoy on good Enix Assassin, but Black still in good fighting shape. He has got somehow 3,400 gold. He's 1-3, but he has now 3,700 gold. And I'm curious what the hell he's saving for. This is not a Radiance PL, or it's not anymore unless you're trying to make something new of it, Black. But here we go, top lane. KotLGuy could be in trouble again. Come on, get him. Up, boom! Sleesel. One last auto attack brings down your Storm Spirit, and now he is dominating. So if we're thinking that PL has a lot of farm, he's only at 8k net worth. Your king of net worth, your troll, about 14k. He is grossly farmed. By the way, at that moment also, they get a hold of KotLGuy. It looks like they're on the bottom, was left behind as they made a push towards that tier 1. So your Omni Knight will fall, but this troll. 2 ultimate orbs. He's going to have a very nicely timed Scotty. And as I say that, he actually already has the Scotty on hand. This is gross. Man, he is farmed. He knows it too. And Bulba, 102 Bat Rider, not really finding a lot of opportunities to make any sort of blink lassos. As they're a team who also is trying to play very farm heavy and create space for that farmer. KotLGuy still has not got much on top of that ultimate orb quite yet, so he looks to farm this lane here. But he has that ward up here to see what's going on, and he sees Relic dewarding. They know that they want the Roche. Bulba jumps in, grabbing Relic, but here comes Mike to save him. Hook shot in. Immediate self-heals from Relic. Mike might go down and will go down, but there goes the burst. Guardian Angel immediately comes out. Now KotLGuy jumps in from the south. They're going at it as hard as they can, but the troll has shown up, and he is trying to take some names here. Black does finish out the defusal. Okay. He has saved up a big chunk of money, but he has finally invested it into the key item for your PL in the defusal blade and 2,200 gold. Oh, Bulba nearby. Good sentry on the ground. Scouts out. He's invis and scouting it out. They know this is happening, but Sleesel feels confident that if they want to take a fight, he will win it. So he is just going to take what's rightfully his in this Roche. And there is not much they can do about it. Now he'll look to walk away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And you can tell, now ward planted by the Ancients. Team Tinker putting up some pretty defensive wards here, all on their side of the river, just to help they can find some farm without being bullied. But if we'll want to at this point, they can look to maybe throw together a gem and try to force Team Tinker in the dark, restricting their farm pretty dramatically, and at that point your supports are going to be suffocating to kind of be a real factor in the game. Look at Sleesel. He's just hunting for KotLGuy, but takes over the lane instead. Here comes Team Tinker now, waltzing themselves back down the mid lane. And we got to think about what is going to be the comeback play for them at this point. They're a team that's very good at catching out and making big pickoffs, but they've been forced in this defensive position already.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And maybe hoping that KotLGuy can move down this mid lane, and if they jump him, Wei2 will be nearby with his Blink Dagger Lion to maybe turn things around. But at that same moment, you got Sleesel here. He's continued to push down that top lane, and now he's chopping away on this tier 2. And look at him right-click. And what the hell is he going to get next? He could get a BKB already for that Sheepstick, and it's going to be a late BKB. I mean, it's not late in the sense that it's only 25 minutes, but it's late in how this game could expire. That by the time he gets it, and by the time KotLGuy gets his Sheepstick, he'll have a full 10-second BKB to work with. Oh, we saw the back second of that one. It was Wei2. Looked like he was trying to plant a pretty aggressive ward, maybe just up on the pedestal up here. But he gets caught out, and he goes down. Maybe just a bit of mission impossible there from your line support to get a little bit of extra vision. But from what I've been told, and I'm a big support player myself, sometimes you need to, you know, put the balls to the wall and go for those really deep rooted wards. If it gives you just that much extra bit of intel, if you get the ward down, it's worthy of the sacrifice, but he doesn't get that ward down. And now we can see Wheel. Pressure back towards bottom. Maybe looking like they want to rid of the last outer tower here for Team Tinker. Here's the tier 2, and look who it is. It's Sleesel. Demolish extraordinaire as he moves into this tier 2 and begins to chop it down. Team Tinker could be on high ground defense sooner than they'd like, while Quickfoot adds pressure towards the mid. They show up, and they quickly turn back. Oh, Mike whiffs out the hook shot. Not happening. Mike has not been on his game yet for the hooks this game. Got a couple of them, but there's been a couple also he's missed at opportunities where maybe they can look to take a big fight. If he holds them in lockdown there, possibly Sleesel could have added more pressure on the bottom with this troll, but he's already back through mid lane at this point. He's probably going to steal their Ancients. He is. And let's look at Black here. On the other side, you have Black. 4th in net worth. He's got that Diffusal, now completed the Manta. And this is always a fun matchup to watch. The late game PL taking on the Troll. Troll is definitely much further along at this point, but PL can be very scary once getting that Diffusal Blade. And Team Tinker's game plan seems to be just more the same. Hold off, don't look to make fights happen. Quickfoot can split push the side lanes, building up the farm. He actually didn't go Sheepstick, he went for the Lincoln Sphere. Interesting. I'm not sure if there's something that missing that he directly wants to make sure he has the Lincolns for. Maybe it's to help out Black, but I feel like there's plenty of things on the side of Wheel that could remove this Lincoln Sphere. But don't get me wrong, the mana regen is great. The extra stat boost is good. Just definitely outside your normal Storm Spirit build, at least from the Storm Spirits I've been playing with and watching as of recent. Just feels more defensive, which that seems to be the playstyle that Team Tinker are going with right now. Get Black to that pinnacle point of critical mass where he can try to turn this fight right back around, but you know, for Team Tinker fans, they're going to hope that by that point they have enough in the arsenal to deal with Wheel because they are on the prowl. Scouting out here. Are they going to get the jump here? No, no, no. Team Tinker back in their base. But you could just see the power that Wheel have across the map, bullying back Team Tinker inside their own home turf. Playing extra cautious. That is a free tower on the bottom lane. That's a free tier 2 for Team Tinker. Not optimal there for Team Wheel. Maybe a couple more rockets on the side could have helped, but they need those rockets for scouting. Quickfa. Ooh, he goes up into the woods here. Oh, that is right behind him. Mike was very close. That was a blind hook, but now he moves in, scouts it out, pops the cogs. Quickfa continues to long jump. This time he will pop the TP, and he does make it out and away, but space created, I suppose, from your Storm Spirit to lock in a majority of the Wheel squad in this top lane. While Black just kind of finds bits of farm down the mid lane side. Now it looks like your Agnum Scepter are going to be completed on Mike. So if he's missing hook shots, at least he gets to do them more often, I suppose. And now take that cooldown to 12 seconds. And for Relic, he's got his Bloodstone. Does he have charges on it? Nope, just the 8. Yules. Sleesel went and finished out his Satanic here. And they're making a go on the Bulba. There's the stun. Nice 2-man stun returned from way 2, but yeah, not happening. Look at this. Man mode on Pylite Eye, Guardian Angel. Not going to be enough. Nowhere you can go. Once you go into a boxing match with someone like Troll, you're not making it out alive. You got to fight it out and hope that you can take him down first. No angel can save you there. And now Sleesel, being a tirade this game, just bullies his way into the north part of Team Tinker's base. Unleashes the ult, they quickly pop out the glyph in good time as the creeps spawn, and he's still getting good damage in there. Black trying his best. There's the stun. Throws out the Spirit Lance. Wheel. Uh-oh, they might catch out one straggler. Force pushes him up to the high ground, and a swap now. Derp could be in trouble. He goes down. They still want more. They move forward, and they'll get Goody. They grab both supports and take them down in exchange for the damage that's been done to their homeland, and it's only a half damage here on the tier 3. To lose 2, I don't think it was worth the investment there from Wheel and not get that tier 3. But of course, Sleesel is doing this without Aegis. And at this point, Wheel might need to wait for that next Aegis before they can make more pressure into that high ground. Now has 3k on top of already everything he owns. Could easily sell out the Aquila and change that out for something different. Could be an MKB if necessary. Could be holding that money to see what Black gets next and respond. For now, Black did get the boots of travel as he pushes down this top lane. This next Roche engagement could be very, very big. If Tinker contest well or take it themselves, then we're pretty much into a dead even game, if not their favor. And if Wheel get it, then they feel a lot more secure about making a big push into the Team Tinker base. And if they're successful in that, then it's pretty much their game to take. But based on net worth, it's not as dramatic as you might think, considering how farmed this Troll is. It's only about 7,500. XP about the same. Team Tinker have been doing a good job not clumping as 5 and being there in case there's a defense. They have accepted the fact they're going to lose a lot of towers along the way. And they have just been split pushing and side farming all the meanwhile. And then once that they approach the high ground, that's when they know they need to make a defense. But they're hoping that by that point, they have enough farm that they can turn the game right back around. Which could be the case. Playing it very safe here, giving Quake for the repel so he can just push the lane back in. Wheel are going to be forced to make a defense at the top when they're trying to also scout out the Roche, which is up. So they would rather be at this Roche getting it than having to deal with this top lane. Team Tinker would like to get more of Wheel at this top lane, and then maybe they can move towards the Roche and take it themselves. This is just my tinfoil hat theory crafting here, but based on the body language I'm seeing here from both teams, that would be my guess as far as the next anticipated move. Continue to pressure both mid and top here from Team Tinker in hopes that maybe you can pull them away from Roche, but they're already in there. And for Vision, looks like Tinker actually don't have an idea. Wheeler in here, and they probably have an idea that Tinker's mostly near the top. So that's your third Roche, Aegis, and now Cheese. The Cheese is going to be grabbed up there from Mike. Troll grabs the Aegis once more in exchange for his TP scroll. And now he'll push back out this mid lane. And Wheel would love to make a go right back towards the Team Tinker base. But Tinker, until they have to go defend that base, they will continue to push on the side here. They got way too out in front doing it with a couple of their teammates near behind. Looks like Black is near the mid lane already in preparation. He's got 5.5k. This guy brings together so much farm so quick, and you know, while you're pushing out this top lane, you're stepping off, taking away the Wheel jungle farm a bit. He's getting there pretty fast. Where does he go from here? We'll have to see, but a mild pause here comes out from Team Tinker. Tactical pause, of course. No, they pull back and away. Here we go. Team Tinker, can they get Wheel back in the base and away from theirs to stall out this Aegis? There they go. Koikfa. The great escape here. Double long jump. Hook shot right behind him, but he makes that third jump to just secure his escape, and he gets the hell out of there. See, most of Wheel are nearby, but they're going to take this time to push these lanes out. They want to get him across the river so they can get towards that base. They have time. But more or less, Tinker will continue to farm out their cores here with help nearby just in case. Pylidai now level 11. This is a very selfless Omni Knight, and he's got his level 2 Guardian Angel, which is a big grab for him every second of that sweet, nutritious Guardian Angel ultimate. Very good. Way 2 already had his blink. He got it very early in the game. And it's more pressure towards KotLGuy and Black to be dishing out the damage, and Bulba to be there to possibly make the setup. And with Bulba now at blink, force, and a 10-second BKB, that should not be too much trouble. Though I say that, and it is a vengeful spirit on the side of Wheel, who don't care about no BKB. Now KotLGuy trying to come in to help out Black from behind, gets caught it out and goes down. Now Black gonna be fending for himself here, farming out the camp, getting caught amidst his own illusions, trying to get away. Doppelganger trying to head out the back door. Relic scouts it out. There's the next hook. And they take down Black, and he drops at that same moment. Bottom lane, they're making it go as Troll is able to bring down one as he takes down Way Too Sexy, and now he's going for Bulba. The one-man Troll taking on 2. Can they kite him around? KotLGuy gets the pullback, and now Sleesel's in trouble. He's got Aegis, though, so they'll have to bring him down twice, or at least get the one. Pop, but the bash is there as he mans up onto KotLGuy. Sleesel, the dirty dog, almost brings him down, but now the second life. KotLGuy should be able to get away here. Can he get the slow off? He's trying to catch up. KotLGuy very low. Here comes Boots of Travel. He's trying to get rid of the creep, but it's not going to happen. Relic shows up and they finish him off. KotLGuy goes down for 43 seconds. No buyback. Black is out. 35 seconds. No buyback. Wheel move into the base on the bottom, and pressure also comes from the top. They are forced to pop the glyph. KotLGuy, one of the lone defenders. Him, Bulba, Way 2. All they have left is now the tier 3 will go down. Sleesel moves in. Still has the cheese now, which has been handed off from Mike. And a Satanic. They're going to get the Rex. Oh, they're going to just get the melee, and they want to get the tier 3 or something else mid. They got his ult in 1 second. They pop it immediately. They can get this tier 3. Can they get the melee as well? Do they want it as well? 2-man stun. This might be the time to go, but it might be too late. Blinking BKB. They get a hold of Sleesel. They bring back the Troll. The Troll pops his cheese and turns it back on the Bulba. Bulba able to fly his escape, but the Guardian Angel's going to be popped. Do Wheel get out of there? He turns back on the Black. Black gets stunned, but there's the repel. Now goes for KotLGuy. He gets the heal. Now they turn back onto Sleesel, and they take down the Troll. This is Team Tinker's time to go on the back foot now, and they move right in. Contradicted myself right there, but I'll ignore that one. Relic, self-fuels, able to blink away. Meanwhile, they are able to get a hold of Nyx Assassin, but can Relic get out of here? He's gone. KotLGuy, very close, but not close enough. Okay, so Wheel kind of get up in arms there with some extra fights. They don't get anything else on top of that tier 3 in the mid lane, so obviously could have considered leaving at that point, but it was a very sketchy timing window. The second that tier 3 went down, Black was back and ready to fight. Bulba made the committed jump in, got a hold of the Troll, and he was able to get off the cheese, so they had their hands full with him, and it turned into a very awkward engagement real quick. But after that cheese pop and Sleesel went back towards the racks, there was an opportunity for them just to kind of go, but it looked like Wheel wanted to stay and fight a little bit longer. Maybe that was not the choice to make, so that does help out Team Tinker a little bit, and this game certainly is not over. I mean, don't get me wrong, the damage has been done. Team Wheel clean out both sets of racks there on the bottom, and now mid lane will be exposed. But look at this, top lane, they make the jump onto Mike. Easy lasso setup and just an easy takedown. Bulba gets that with the help of Black and KotLGuy. Team Wheel, what do they do from here? Continue to farm and itemize a bit. Hope that they can get the next Roche. Is it going to take as much as... Nice D-ward right there for Relic. But is it going to take as much as securing an Aegis to try to make another push into the high ground like that? Or does Sleesel decide to go for that big 6th item? He'd already invested, got rid of those phase boots, turned them into boots of travel. But Where does he go from here? Daedalus, MKB. Is it investing more into the damage? His BKB, what felt like 10 seconds not that long ago, is already down to 7 seconds.
Mere coin.
This is a very fickle point in the game here for both
Dire's
sides.
middle tower is under attack.
But they will continue to farm, it looks like. Sleesel with 3k now on hand. Relic, he is going for the Refresher Orb. Will be happy to take all the burst he can get. And this Lion, this Omni Knight, if they're committing their spells and committing their heals and repels elsewhere, they are very fragile. The double Zeus ultimate will definitely do serious work on them. And then they will not be able to contribute a whole lot in these fights where the big boys like to play. I wager that at this point, Sleesel could just hold this money in that slot and just wait for Black. Black's got an Eagle Song. If he sees that Eagle Song, he's going to go for an MKB. Because Black's about to be 6-slotted himself. He goes for the Butterfly, and then he only has the Aquila he can replace and look to bring in his 6th and final item, whatever it may be from that point. But another pause to come out. No reason why. But it looks like their TeamSpeak might be lagging a bit. At least it's not Skype, I guess, so that's always good. But yeah, even if Sleesel wanted to go right into the MKB at this point in the game, you got to make sure you also hold enough money for a buyback. This is that point in the game where either side, they take a big team fight, they could just go charging into your base, as we saw Wheel already do once, and take what they can before they come back. So having that buyback becomes so crucial, and if Sleesel wants to have the money for both an MKB and that buyback, he better get to farming, which he's doing right now. Let's see here. Let's touch base with our Nyx Assassin while we wait for them to come back here. Ewell's 4-staff Blink. All right. All right. Very nice support get up right here. Mobility of the Tranquils to get around, and certainly the Ewells will help assist in anything. Catching out a Bat Rider, even though he has Blink Dagger, you really never know. And Derp got his Medallion and Ghost Scepter now, just to make sure he's not pressured. You swap in, you pop your Ghost, and it'll take extra time to bring down your Vengeful Spirit, which is pretty much all she wants to do.
Incoming!
And Black will now continue. He pops his Manta, pops his Doppelganger, and tries to push out here on the side. And Relic just goes on anti-push duty. We'll probably be waiting out here for the next Roche to pop on up, which it looks like our secondary timer will be popping up here in just a second. We'll find out here. Getting pretty warm here in the casting studio. Okay. All right, so mediocre timer. Gonna take about another minute. He'll be up and ready to go, so looks like Tinker will head on back. Mike Scout's out here from the top. He's got that gem, so they've been on a good D-Ward duty as far as vision goes. Looks like Team Tinker. Oh, this is Team Wheel right here. They got one very aggressive ward here at the top, which is actually going to be expiring shortly, and then one near the mid. And for... Wait a minute here. Who am I looking at? There we go. Yeah, Team Tinker, they have this one up here on the high ground. Oh, there's a DD rune. Popped up right here. Nearby for a certain troll if he wants to grab it. No, he's going to continue to farm on up, so... Makes that work. Koikfa got his Bloodstone together now. And 28, so we'll see if he decides to go for a sheep or something here after. By that point, Troll's BKB could be down very, very low, about 5 seconds, so a sheep isn't terrible. Nyx and Viz. Look who's behind him. They smoke up. Oh, he was almost close enough to pop the smoke early, but that's not the case. They move through mid. Oh, he's returning. Looks like he maybe has eyes for Black on top. But the rest of Team Tinker now moving through their woods towards bottom, where Wheel is heading out. So, oh, they pop out the Thunder God's Wrath. They see half the team is not there, so Wheel now anticipate a possible smoke. And could play more defensively if they want to, but... They also see Black there at the top farming through their jungle. Don't make any moves towards that. Sleesel just has his eyes on one thing and one thing only, and that is doing this frickin' Roche, getting this frickin' Aegis, and getting themselves back into the base where they can finish this frickin' game. But will he do it? We'll find out. Okay, he's got a Demon Edge. He's going for the MKB. Now can commit for it outside and buy out. Now he has the Aegis. And at that same moment, KotLGuy goes for a BKB himself. Oh, that's a really good grab. Not have to worry about the Zeus, any stun catch-outs from Vengeful Spirit or Nyx Assassin. Very, very good. But, once again, just like before, they got to get these lanes pushed back and away. Top very, very close and pressured into their base. Mid lane just barely past the river. Bottom a little bit further along. But bottom being already pushed in, they got to make moves probably and preferably towards this top side here. So Sleesel will probably plant himself in this lane and continue trucking on forward as he picks up his MKB. Might actually be able to farm up his buyback here within these next two waves. So he moves on ahead to make sure he can secure all that farm for himself. So he will have the buyback if necessary. So buyback and an Aegis. The rest of his team clears out the woods as they kind of move as his posse behind them. Their ultimate goal to reach towards that top. Bulba pings it out now. And we'll have to see what Team Tinker's play is going to be at this point. Looks like Black would like to split push out this mid lane a bit. And as he does that, we'll smoke, see if they can catch him from behind. He's right there. Do they know? They pop out the ultimate, and they get him with the stun! Hook shot to follow. Do they have the lockdown? They certainly do. And Black will go down. 90 seconds. Does have the buyback. But with that drop, now it's Wheel. They're going to come a knocking here. Without surprise, buyback will be necessary from Black if he wants to defend this Rax.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
There it is at the same moment. Oh, a swap save. Helps Sleesel out. Now KotLGuy's in trouble as he eats the hook shot. Is able to jump out and away, but he's very low. They still catch him. He's got to get the hell out of there. But meanwhile, Black shows right back up. Guardian Angel on top of it. Gets off big damage. Takes out Vengeful Spirit. Who's going to buy back. They want to end the game right here and now if possible. If they could take down Black again, it certainly would do it. KotLGuy ends up living. That would have been such a big grab for him because he would not have had buyback.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Just going off the Bloodstone, but there's going to be the glyph. Blink in, Hex onto Sleesel. Sleesel, his BKB was down. KotLGuy moves in, trying to get Relic from behind. Self-fuels. Sleesel trying to move onto KotLGuy, get his arms up into Black. Black turns back onto Goody and should take down the Nyx Assassin. There's going to be the Force Staff, but he does go down. Black still outside the base here. They try to focus fire him. Sleesel goes mano y mano with them. Still has the Aegis. It will be popped. They're trying to clear out the rest of Team Wheel before he comes back. Oh, the timeout of the stun's not going to be right, and he will be able to move back in. Pops out the blind, and Black gets a double going out in the back. The second lasso comes up, and they get Sleesel with it. Sleesel's now in trouble. They heal Black, and now Black able to go on a relentless tear, right-clicking down the troll. And your troll is now out. 90 seconds, no buyback. Black with a triple. Mike trying to get away, pops the cogs. KotLGuy hits it twice, definitely no mana to move on forward. He is now the lone defender, as they will definitely need to consider possible buybacks to defend. Actually, you know what? Maybe not. Tier 2 still standing in the mid.
Stupendous.
It looks like they'll be fine. How far away is Sleesel from that buyback? He was 300 gold. Very close. Very close.
Dire's middle
But
tower
not
is
enough.
under attack.
Black is just instantly cutting out the creep wave. They want to get this tier 2 easy.
Dire's middle
Do they go for the
tower
base?
has
They
fallen.
don't. So Sleesel will not need to worry about having to sweat the clock to come back in and defend. That was very scary, though, for Tinker. That jump in from KotLGuy, he almost got caught out. Mike got a good hook shot on him, which locked him in place, but they just did not have enough to take him down. Credit to maybe his own BKB or the repel coming out from Pylite Eye, but they couldn't just seem to get enough damage output or lockdown because he would have been out. No buyback. And that could have been Wheel's game. But because he was able to get away, he gets back to base very quickly. And Black did a very nice job targeting and removing the backstaff behind that troll and avoid the fight with troll until the very end. And they are rewarded with a longer game. As we all are. But that was good. Good timing. They called out for the buyback at that moment. Bulba already made the committed jump in. BKB lasso. But there was a quick, very good swap right there from Derp Derp. Which definitely rattled things a bit there for Team Tinker. Oh. Just a hook shot to lane. And here we go again. More or less, this could be another 10-minute extension. Unless one of these two teams look to do something a bit more dramatic. The YOLO smoke, the Hail Mary push. Which just depends on if one of the teams feels like they have that much of an upper hand. And it could be Tinker. With Guardian Angel by their side, not level 6 yet. Whoa, Pylite Eye. That one tickled your fancy, I'm sure. Mike tried to get a hold of him there. Was that a level 3 hookshot as well? It was. Just out of range. And let's tell you, that bad boy is pretty long here. Can I zoom out enough to see its radius? Barely enough. You can see it right there. It's very long. Speaking of Hail Marys, man. So Wheel push back this top lane. I mean, the good thing going for Wheel is they'd already taken down those racks on the bottom, so this bottom lane is always just going to be something for Tinker to have to consider pressuring. But they have the staff to do it. I mean, KotLGuy has been putting in the mileage with his side pushing and is able to kind of get himself out to safety each time. Even with a clockwork on the team of Wheel, they can't seem to be there in time to snag him. You know, one quick rocket and hook shot, and he ain't going anywhere. And you can see, just because of that one defense, this has been enough for the comeback here from Team Tinker. And what was once a, 14k net worth advantage for Wheel has been cut in half now. And XP is square even. And just a reminder, this is game number 1 today. This is a best of 3. We're in Star Ladder Season 12 America. This is Phase 2, a 4-team double elimination bracket. We're battling it out between these 4 teams to find out which of these teams is going to make it to the land final. Only one spot between Team Tinker, Wheel, Complexity, and Void Boys. Jump in from Mike onto Way 2. Gets the stun off, but gets nuked down immediately. Bulba moves in, trying to get the lasso. Can't catch Relic. His BKB could go down, and he pops it there, but the lasso goes right through it. And now Relic will be swarmed by Black and right-click down. It's going to be a support for the core Zeus. Not a worthy trade there for Wheel. Almost looked like you could make it out of there, but there was just not enough. And too many Team Tinker close by. But Tinker taking back control of this game. They played a very methodical one. And that they expected the troll game. They expected Wheel to dominate from that point. That Sleesel got what? That ultra kill. And they just played their own game. They accepted the fact that they were going to be losing a lot of towers. You know, sometimes you get very disheartened when you see just a tier 1 go down in your pub game. And you're like, guys, we need to defend it. But sometimes you just got to accept that you're going to lose towers. And instead of looking to possibly defend when you really can't and you're sitting there behind a tower doing nothing, just get out there and farm. Farm, farm, farm. And then once the pressure comes to your actual baselines, you will be at the point when you are ready to defend and you're confident in your team's synergy to just make it work. And for Team Tinker, that could very well be the case. But not if Wheel have anything to say about it. Sleesel now, Perseverance. He could be going for the refresher. No, he's going for Battle Fury. This is very good. The cleave is necessary for this PL. I was going to say refresher. Double BKB, double satanic. I mean, come on. But no. Cleave makes sense. That's why I almost pulled out the call for possibly a Magnus in the mid lane. But I don't know. Maybe Relic doesn't play Magnus. Maybe he's right. Maybe Magnus isn't the fit. But you get the free cleave with that Empower, and you don't need to invest something into a Battle Fury. But that's Liesl showing that it is necessary here. And the one thing, of course, that could make this a lot easier for Tinker on the comeback is getting some extra farm here on KotLGuy. Has been sporting these arcanes only for quite a while, but hey, he's somehow put together 2.3k, saved up. I'm not sure if this is going to be one of the latest catch-up Midases ever. Maybe he's going right for the Agnum Scepter, if anything, because then it's global. Then KotLGuy could just sit in the fountain. But he's going to spend some of his wealth on the smoke. And it looks like this could be a smoke for a movement towards that Roche, which could be up. Yeah, it's up. Liesl sees it's up. He's going right for it here. Team Tinker, do they respond? Do they move towards the area? They scout out KotLGuy mid. They see him heading towards the top, and they know that they got this. But who's going to take it? Liesl is full. This troll cannot hold this. And it's going to be Relic. Who takes it? We got cheese as well, gentlemen.
There it goes. Immortality.
They drop the Yules, which is going to be snagged by the courier? Okay. Relic going to be going at this one. No Yules as he subs in his Refresher. And a cheese. Who has the Aegis? Oh, it is Liesl. What did he hand off? I don't know what the hell's going on. There's item swaps all over the place here, but we'll get what they want, and they pull on back and away. Tinker want nothing to do with this, and I guess they figure they are going to have to go for another strong defense once they see this Aegis come together. I gotta tell you, this is very uncharacteristic for a lot of the America games I've usually been casting. This feels like I'm right back into Star Ladder China.
How's it going?
Just the way that the patient play that's come out from Tinker and Wheel, to be honest for you.
Let the fun begin.
How are we looking as far as buybacks go? Pretty much everyone, with the exception of a couple of those supports on the side of Wheel. Nothing for Venge, nothing for Lion. But here comes Liesl from the north here. His team not very close. Team Tinker here to already defend.
Invisibility.
So Black, he's got his full kit and caboodle here. Manta, Butterfly, Boots of Travel, Diffusal Heart, and now MKB. And Wheel Smoke. Heading towards the bottom lane. No one here. Creep Wave about to go down. They'll see this one. They have Troll baiting in the mid lane possibly as they round the corner, coming in through the bottom. It does pop. The Zeus ult goes down. Oh, way too. He thought about making a go on one of the stragglers, but not going to get it. Wheel trying to get something happen there from Team Tinker, maybe to overextend themselves outside the base, but Team Tinker not falling for that. There's the jump in. They get a hold of Liesl. He's not getting away. Mike jumps in, gets KotLGuy, but they've already put their focus onto the Troll. Bulba, Refresher pop, Guardian Angel comes down, and now the Troll goes out. Aegis going to be used as Nyx also goes down. Dirk getting caught in the back lines. They focus down the supports first while Bulba hog ties the Liesl Troll. And now Black gets a hold of him and they go toe-to-toe. Liesl trying to cleave home the rest, but Black is just too far ahead and he slashes him down. Triple kill for Black. Mike is next. Mike goes down. Ultra kill for Black. It's a 5-man stop from Team Tinker. They are back in this game and they're going to trot themselves towards the Wheel base.
Radiant's middle tower.
And quickly, Black has become king of net worth. 37k, 7k above the Troll. Him and KotLGuy move into the baselines and buybacks. There's 4 ready on Wheel. Will they use it? There's 1 from Nyx. There's 2 from Zeus. Glyph is going to be popped. Will I get a 3rd buyback from maybe Mike? 3rd buyback from Troll. Mike Will he buy back?
Tower has fallen.
No. How many buybacks will it take to scare back Tinker? 3. The answer is 3. But this is a big time. Team Tinker got to know they have the team fight advantage at this point. They don't need to wait for this Roche to come back up. They can go as soon as this Guardian Angel is ready. In 1 minute time, I would not be surprised. And I love this investment from KotLGuy. I made the call out for maybe an Agnum so we could do it globally, but Blink Dagger, I mean, at this point, it's like the opposite of a Venomancer. You blink into your team, pop out your Guardian Angel, and that's all you need to do. Unlike Venomancer, blink in. Sometimes you just try to get off a Poison Nova, and then it's a worthy sacrifice, but he needs to be there to get a big Guardian Angel off. It's not a big casting range, so the Blink Dagger helps him get in, get the job done, hopefully make it out alive. And just look at the CS here. 657 CS for Black. 548 for KotLGuy. 526 for your Troll. This is a long one. Regen for KotLGuy. Continues to use it while he can here. Should be able to take down this wave relatively easy and just keep pressure up. I mean, I'm making the call out that Tinker could possibly take a fight at this point. No buybacks for Wheel. It's one and done, with the exception of just, what, the Clockwork?
How's it going?
Looks like Tinker might wait here. Maybe scouting out, seeing if there's any wards in their base. Do they go for a smoke here? You got to smoke on KotLGuy. They could pop this smoke, make a go. Let's do it, kids. Daddy's got the dank. Boom. Let's go. Okay. Now as they move past the wave here, they're going to go right in. If they can get a pick here, this is their time to take the game right back. They even repel Black. They're going to see Relic. Oh, as Relic is trying to scout, he gets scouted and now jumped on. Relic will go down, and he is out. 100 seconds, no buyback, and this just got a lot easier for Team Tinker. Unfortunate timing right there for Relic, just trying to maybe scout out a possible ward from Team Tinker, but he goes down. And now it looks like the Tinker boys can comfortably move down this mid lane. And it's on Team Wheel to put up one hell of a defense. And I don't know what it's going to take. Sleesel has been maximized for quite a while now. And he has his arms full. He's doing the battle dance right now. As he is frustrated as all hell, I'm sure, as far as what they can do. He's just juggling. Here they go. They're going to accept the Roche, or the Rax rather, will go down. And maybe it's just going to be a battle at the throne. Team Tinker, after taking down the mid, they go right for the top. There's a jump in from Mike. Immediate move away. Not enough to stop Black. He's just repelled up and ready. And he's going to keep getting those repels from KotLGuy. And if they need to, they'll pull out a Guardian Angel. This is Tinker's game, it looks like, and at this point, there's just not much Wheel could do about it. They had the power for quite a while in this game, but Tinker put up one hell of a strong defense there in the mid lane. And what could have been Wheel's game? And that was enough to kind of break this game wide open for them. Oh, hookshot's going to catch on Nyx from the back. Very unfortunate. Maybe trying to catch out KotLGuy on the way out, but hey, Tinker only take 2 racks and leave. But Black, what was this, a backdoor attempt? It looked like coming out from Sleesel, but not happening. Black immediately moves back, gets that kill, and now they're back towards the mid lane where it's Bulba. Gets the lasso onto Goody, brings him back. And you can see Relic back from the dead. Oh, they lose their Nyx. Nothing happening from that. Now KotLGuy moves in, Shiva's pop, goes on forward, gets the kill, taking down the Venge. Mike will be next, and that's enough. Wheel. Call GG. It's game 1 going to Team Tinker here in this best of 3. And what was a Wheel advantage up to 14k of net worth. Team Tinker took it right back. 14k their way. Very impressive defense. Very impressive to just take it slow. And we'll have to see, though, for game number 2, Wheel can shake this one off and try to even things up 1-1, but it is going to be match point for Team Tinker going into our next matchup. It's Beyond the Summit, bringing you the English coverage here for Star Ladder Season 12 America. I'm KotLGuy, going at it my solo, so if you want to show me some love and support, hit me up on my Twitter at KotLGuy. Otherwise, stay tuned as we'll be back with more Dota action in just a hot second.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!